Well, here, I'm not really close enough, but you can probably see it, is the other CSR school. As I said, they have the one in the plaza, and then you have this one right here as you're exiting San Carlos and heading towards Calatrava. So they have this campus as well. This campus seems much bigger. So I asked someone before, and they said that this was the main campus. On the gate of the one that's in the plaza, that one says CSR Main Campus, so I'm unsure which one's the actual real campus. So, again, heading down, direct behind me is heading to Calatrava. This way you have the newer 7-Eleven, Noneka, which is where you pay your electric bill. And I showed you already, the other one was a public hospital. This one coming up is the private hospital. So it's where I primarily go to because the public one takes way too long. The private one is so much better. It'll cost you usually like around 500 peso for consultations, and then however much it'll cost for to see a doctor depends on what it is you need. So there's that. Okay, next up I'll go to the public market area, or not public, the terminal, public transport terminal. So, public terminal. You have your Ceres bus liners here, you have your V-hires, you have your jeepneys and whatnot, and then you have your surrounding restaurants, your fruits, vegetable sellers and whatnot. And yeah, that is what it is. On Sundays, usually when they come, people will mostly come out here to buy their fruits and vegetables, so it's always packed. And things are at discount. So around here, you can usually take the Ceres or the other places such as Bacolod, Gihugnan, Calatrava, Escalante, Canlaon, Mina Polska, let's see, Calatrava, Toboso, Cagugnan, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's saying that right, but it is. Prosperidad. I don't know if that's a city or that's just something it's saying. By the way, that's your public terminal. Heading from McDonald's and City Mall behind me, I think this area, whole area over here, is called San Julio. It's a more prosperous, I guess, or richer portion of the city. You have Enki's and 10-9, that's down this road, Azucena. Both are very good for having family, friends, and just relaxing. They have a music place as well. So if you want to do karaoke, the music box is nice. So you'll see some of the bigger 2-story houses around here. Not all are nice, some are less, but it's still nice houses. The one we just passed was called Friend's Place, which was like 5 rooms. It's relatively cheap. Some other apartments for rent. San Julio's a decent area. And then over here, if you continue on from San Julio, across this bridge is a separation line which heads over to Teachers Village. So this whole area is Teachers Village. Down this one, you have a playground where I guess some kids come, but for the most part, you usually see like teenagers, adults over here playing basketball. So playing basketball and just being outside and not being on your phones, computers, and social media is always nice. The alleys are very small, so obviously you have a trike, which takes up half the road, and then people have cars, which also take a good portion of the road. I mean, San Carlos is a small city, and some of the roads are wide enough, but for the most part, I don't find San Carlos big enough to warrant me having a four-wheeled vehicle. It's good if you have like a partner and like kids, or if you're doing work here and you have a lot of things to transport. It'll be economical in that point, or feasible at that point. But if it's just you, I don't see a point of it. Just having a regular bike with the top box is enough. So we'll head back through here again. Cross this bridge, which I guess puts us back in San Julio again. There's a few coffee locations coming up on the left because this road also leads right back to the park or Center Mall. So, San Carlos Apartments. Again, back to Center Mall. Oh, also I didn't mention it last time, but right here, I'm about to come up to it, is a, let's see, I think it's this blue building. This blue building right here. You can actually come here, it's called Medical Clinic, LTO accredited. So basically if you come here as a foreigner, or anyone, if you need a license or anything, you just pay like 500 peso, they'll do, they call it an exam, whatever. Basically they just take your information down, put it in the computer, and they'll print you out a paper. You take that to the LTO, and they basically will transcribe your license, if it's in English already, to a Filipino license. As a foreigner, your license here is only good for 90 days, which is enough. But if you're staying here much longer than that, then I suppose just get a Filipino license, which makes things much easier. Okay, from Gaisano to McDonald's to City Mall. If we take a right here, we end up going towards a decent coffee shop. I mean, San Carlos has a variety of coffee shops, but nothing, no big name ones that's relatively a smaller city. No Bose, no Starbucks, no Seattle's Best Coffee, none of that stuff. But they have some small, they have the general mom and pop shop stuff that sell like, they call local coffee, which is fine. But there's some ones, like I said, like Mr. C, and this other one called Sestra, that have like fraps and other such stuff. So to my right here, coming up, you have Mr. C out next door, and Sestra. So I'll be going to my Sestra to get me a coffee and eat me some cake. Coffee and cake at the Sestra. So this is the inside of Sestra. You have nice artwork on the wall, coffee as you are. It's a chill, relaxing environment. Nice place. There's not too many people here right now. There's like one other person, so it's nice, relaxing. The music's not too loud, so it's a good place to come with, I don't know, by yourself or even with your friends and just meet up people, just relax here and just chill out. As I came here to get the frappe and they have blueberry cheesecake and a few other options of cakes here. I'm not too fond of cakes, but the cheesecake they have here has a lot of graham cracker on it, and I enjoy graham cracker, so why not? Coming to some of the restaurants like Sestra, Mr. C, 80 to 3, the prices are a little higher because they're the only ones in the city that probably offer some of this stuff, but it's worth it. I mean, as a foreigner, you don't notice it as a local. I don't think it's a place that you'd probably come, like any of these places, not somewhere you come on a regular. Even going to City Mall, when you have the local stuff like Jollibee, Inasal, Chow King and such, the prices are reasonable. It's not too much, but I don't think it's something that people here probably do very often. With the average daily income here being between 350 and maybe 500 peso, not including government workers, because I assume most government workers who are real full-time employees, or I don't know what do they call them, should be making more than that. They probably make somewhere around the 700-800 a day. I don't know, but the correlation between the hours worked and the pay is just not something that us from the West are used to. So all is what it is. So now I'll just wait on my cake, my frappe. I think the one I chose today was the caramel espresso frappe. The one I got last time I was here was the Java chip option. So I'll see what today has to offer. So the food has arrived. Let's see what we got. You got your blueberry cheesecake. I don't care for the whipped cream, so I'll remove that, but you got a whole bunch of graham on this. I forgot I got a chocolate chip cookie. It's only like 15 pesos, so that's fine. Just waiting on my frappe, and the worker reminded me that I usually get no whipped cream. I would have forgot all about that. I don't care if I have whipped cream added to my drinks because it usually takes away from how much drink they add to your stuff. So that's always good that workers know you, so they can remind you at times.